So in this new era of weight loss drugs, Ozempic and Wegovy have really started to gain traction as they have both shown to reduce body mass by 15 to 20% per year, which is a huge amount. And that's why you may have seen many celebrity transformations recently. But where does this weight drop come from? Is it from muscle or from fat? And are these drugs safe to use for your long-term health? Well, in this video, I'm going to cover that. So let's get into it. What's going on, guys? It's TrainerNeal. Now, before we get started, I'm just going to say that I am not a doctor, and all of what I'm about to say is for educational purposes only. Now, I'm going to give you the information and my opinions regarding these drugs, but ultimately it's up to you if you decide to use them or not. Now, I have been a personal trainer and fat loss coach for over 10 years, helping many men to transform their physiques by changing their habits and lifestyle. Over the years, through working with so many people, I realized that one of the main reasons why people gain weight is because of their poor habits with nutrition and their overall lifestyle. If you have developed bad habits, then over time, that's going to lead you to gaining weight. Now, yes, these weight loss drugs may help you to lose the weight initially, but if you don't change your bad habits and improve your lifestyle, then once you come off the drugs, because eventually you will have to, you'll just end up rebounding with your weight. You'll go back to your old habits, you'll put the weight back on, and it'll just be a waste. So it's vital that you start improving your habits, your lifestyle, and the way you eat first and foremost if you want to start losing weight. So let's talk about the people that may consider taking these weight loss drugs if it's the last resort. Now, there are three types of overweight people. Someone who is a little bit overweight, so a little bit chubby with some fat. Someone who is moderately overweight, so someone that carries excess fat to most people. And someone who is clinically obese, possibly with type 2 diabetes. Generally, these people have a BMI over 30. Now, someone who is a little bit overweight and moderately overweight have probably gotten to that stage because of their bad habits that they have developed over time. So for them to lose the fat, they just need to follow the traditional methods of removing those bad habits, implementing better habits with their nutrition and their lifestyle to reverse the process. Now, sticking to a general calorie deficit with cardio and training sessions should work for them to remove the fat. However, there are some exceptions in these two categories where some people may have medical health conditions or imbalanced hormones. For example, people that suffer from low testosterone. If this is the case, then they should consult a healthcare professional to see what can be done. Now, it becomes a bit more serious with clinical obesity. People who are clinically obese may have become like that because of certain health conditions or very poor lifestyle choices made over a long period of time. And generally, these people have tried everything to lose the weight, but nothing seems to be working for them. So for these type of people, if their weight does not improve soon, then they can end up with some serious health implications that can be fatal. So it's a priority for them to lose the weight now. In these cases, they can consider taking Ozempic and Wegovy for a short period of time to lose the weight. Then through improving their habits and their lifestyle, continue to lose the weight after taking these weight loss drugs. People who are a little bit and moderately overweight with a BMI below 30, in my opinion, shouldn't need to take these drugs. They should be able to lose the weight through a calorie deficit and implementing better habits into their lifestyle. Also, generally, these kind of people don't really struggle with any major problems. Possibly just low self-esteem and low confidence. So do they need to lose the weight as fast as possible? Probably not. They can do it in a much more sustainable and healthy manner, which is why, in my opinion, they don't need to take these weight loss drugs. So now let's talk about what these weight loss drugs are and what they do. So Ozempic and Wegovy are both weight loss drugs that are made up of a compound called semaglutide, which is a GLP-1 receptor agonist. Now, this precursor to a hormone basically stimulates your pancreas to release more insulin. Insulin is a natural hormone that turns food into energy and manages your blood sugar levels. So what these two weight loss drugs do is essentially manage your blood glucose levels. Now, if there are spikes in your blood glucose, this can lead you to feel more tired and hungry. And this is why many people end up gaining weight. They consume a lot of processed and sugary foods, which leads to more spikes. When you don't have these spikes and your blood glucose is more stable, it's much better for weight loss because then you don't have these cravings and it's more likely you won't snack or overeat. Now, as a result of increasing insulin secretion, Ozempic and Wegovy reduces your appetite and delays gastric emptying, so you require less food as your digestion slows down. As this process happens, you will feel less hungry and therefore consume fewer calories, so it'll be much easier for you to lose the weight. So it sounds like the perfect weight loss drug, right? But is it really? So now let's talk about the side effects, because there are quite a few side effects that are worth noting down. However, before I get into the side effects, I'm going to quickly mention the difference between weight loss and fat loss. So weight loss is losing body mass that can be from both muscle and fat. And fat loss is losing body mass that just comes from fat. Now, if you want to lose weight, then you want to lose it from fat and not lean body tissue, basically muscle mass to put it simply, because this takes years to build. Now, if you start to lose muscle mass, then this will affect your longevity and it can lead you to having more health issues down the line, such as osteoporosis, which is where your bones weaken, and this can lead to more falls and fractures. So you want to try and preserve as much muscle mass as possible while you lose the fat. Research has actually shown that semaglutides reduces both your fat and lean body tissue. This 68-week study was performed on 1,961 participants, where they were given a 2.4 milligram dose of a semaglutide per week, so a little bit higher dose than Ozempic. Now, what was alarming to see is that by the end of the 68-week period, subjects lost 15 pounds of muscle mass, which is 7 kilos in just over a year. That's a whole lot of muscle loss, especially considering that the overall weight loss was 15 kilograms, so around 40% of that was muscle. Other recent studies have shown that taking Ozempic or any other form of semaglutide, the amount of muscle loss can range from 25 to 40% of the actual weight loss, which is a huge amount. If you're on a diet and in a calorie deficit, then you can also experience some muscle loss over an extended period of time, but not to the extent of this. Now, other side effects that have been shown in studies and that people have described include nausea, vomiting, dizziness, gas, bloating, as well as fatigue and tiredness. Now, all of these side effects are going to vary from person to person. Some people might get all of the side effects and some people might get none of them at all. It really depends. For someone seriously overweight and needs to rapidly reduce their weight, then these side effects may not seem like such a big issue. However, there are suggestions that more serious complications may occur later on when using these drugs, such as gallstones, gallbladder inflammation, pancreatitis, kidney problems, and potentially your thyroid may be susceptible to tumors and cancers. Now, these issues may not occur instantly, but after 2 to 3 years of taking these drugs, they may start to occur. We'll only really know after a few years, as millions of people have only started taking these drugs. So what happens after you stop using the drug? Because obviously you can't stay on these kind of drugs forever. Well, early evidence has suggested that many people can rebound. They can put all of the weight back on, especially if they haven't made the diet and lifestyle changes they need to in order to stay lean and stay in shape. If they carry on living the same lifestyle they were before taking the drug, then it's highly likely they're just going to gain all of the weight back. So if you are considering taking this drug, then you need to ask yourself, are the short-term and long-term side effects really worth it for you? Are you in a serious condition now where you have to lose the weight as fast as possible, otherwise your life will deteriorate? Or do you know that if you just put in the work, make some dietary and lifestyle changes, that you'll be able to lose the weight, but you know you're just being lazy? If it's the second part and you know you can lose the weight naturally by just putting in the work, then my advice would be to not look for shortcuts or an easy way out just because you're being impatient and you don't want to put in the work. Just be 100% committed at losing the weight. Change your daily habits, your nutrition, and your lifestyle. Go to the gym, train as hard as you can, do your cardio, do your steps, then wait 6 months to a year. And if that still doesn't work, then you can consider using other options. Now, if you do consider using this drug, then I'm going to give you 3 helpful tips that will minimize muscle loss, which will be vital for your long-term health. Number 1 is to do some sort of resistance training. Research indicates that people who resistance train preserve more muscle mass than the people who don't. Number 2 is to have a high protein diet. This is crucial for maintaining and building muscle mass. If your diet is not filled with protein, then it's more likely you're going to experience a faster rate of muscle loss. And number 3 is to get enough sleep to maintain hormonal balance. And finally, I quickly want to touch on supplements. So a lot of literature out there shows that supplementing with 5 to 10 grams daily with essential amino acids, so EAAs, can increase muscle protein synthesis, decrease muscle wasting, and increase muscle anabolism. A good idea would be to sip on EAAs throughout the day, as they are very anti-catabolic. They help a ton when it comes to the preservation of muscle tissue, which is why I recommend it. So guys, I hope this video helped give you more information about these weight loss drugs so you can make a better decision for yourself. And if you are someone that is overweight but you've tried everything to lose the weight and nothing has worked, then I recommend downloading my free nutrition and cutting guides below. They're completely free. They have tons of information that will help you out, and hopefully they'll be able to help you lose the weight that you want. So click the link below and download them. And if you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, then do me a favor and smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel and you like my content, then do me another favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications, because I'm going to be releasing 2 new videos every single week just like this, and you don't want to miss them. And if you want to know the 10 most underrated habits for fat loss, then I recommend watching this video next. And remember, stay natty, stay clean, and peace.